How far now?
Um,
Mr. Nigeria. What's the happen now?
good. What's up? How's your
Yeah,
side?
yeah. I'm on with deal. Okay, so Obina, if are you Ife Dotun or Dotun? Which one?
Anyone goes, but everybody
Okay,
calls me Dotun, but I feel Dotun is my full name.
okay. So we have Dotun. Obina, Dotun is
Yeah.
on the line.
Hey, Dotun, what's up, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Another good day to be an Arsenal fan. So,
Oh God, please.
Dotun, real quick, what team do you support?
I'm a Man United fan.
Ah, man, that's fine. I can handle both of you. That's fine.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special episode of Bias Football Takes, and we have a special guest with us, my fellow United fan, Ife Dotun. So, I've known Dotun for I think 5 years now or 4 years. 2019, right? That's when
Yeah,
that
they're
group.
about yeah.
Yeah. So a quick I would say a brief profile on Dotun. So Dotun was in this Man United group with myself, and that group was one of those groups that people always talk. We talk about random things, but it's all usually circled around football and Manchester United. And it's one of those very few guys that I would say he has a lot of data in his head. Like he remembers some very very relevant things. In my opinion, like okay, maybe not relevant things, but like very very minute details of games and football in general. So we felt that it should be one of our first few guests on this podcast. So we decided to bring him in for for this episode. So this episode we'll be discussing briefly on Chelsea's woes, and we would talk a lot about the FIFPRO and the FIFA Best Player Award that just happened this week. So, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, the good side of this episode of this podcast, Oluwaseun Winsala, still winning, still being strong. We just won a game today in the FA Cup, West Ham. So, Obina, how are you feeling?
No, I'm actually sitting pretty nice. 5 points at the top of the table, and no more games in hand. We've played all our games, and we're 5 points ahead of Manchester City. Right now, 11 points ahead of Manchester United. Although they have a game in hand, so I'm actually doing very very okay. My next couple of games are very winnable games, so like things are looking really nice for Arsenal now. And today we just battered Everton at the Emirates. We scored 4 goals because we hadn't been scoring as many goals. It was just a bunch of 1-0 or really close games. I'm talking about the Aston Villa game. But today it was. I mean, the first 25, in fact 30 minutes were kind of shaky. But then once the first goal went in from Saka, it was smooth sailing. So it feels good to be an Arsenal fan right now. I will say this though, that the games from this weekend, I didn't really pay as much attention to them because I was more concerned about other things going back home in Nigeria. But again, I mean, really quickly, I saw that Liverpool they drew again. So whatever. Yeah. So I guess some things don't change, So but then as a sportsman, I'll in the spirit of sportsmanship, I'll like to congratulate United on winning their trophy.
We don't send you
The Car-
message, Joe. We don't send you
the
message. Leave us
the,
alone.
the Carabao Cup. Even though, I mean, in the past, to them that was not a trophy, but I'm happy. I'm happy they have something to celebrate. So congrats on winning the Carabao Cup. But yeah, so and then I guess we'll dive right in and talk about Chelsea, because once again they lost to what's it called, Tottenham. this past weekend. Tottenham beat them again, and I believe. First of all, let me put this to you guys: if Roman Abramovich was still there, do you think Todd Bowley would have? Would you think Graham Potter would have lasted this long?
Let Dotun answer that question.
Okay, so I think that first things first, I don't think that Chelsea is in trouble, and I'll explain why.
Really?
Um, yeah, so I'll explain why. Um, okay, so we know the whole issues that came up with Abramovich, him having to leave, Todd Bowley getting the club in, and um, s- letting Thomas Tuchel leave and bringing in Graham Potter. Right, I have my opinions about Graham Potter. I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think that right at the moment he seems to be punching above his weight. Like the job was too early for him, in the sense that, in practical terms, you know how some teachers are fantastic at secondary school level, but they cannot handle primary school kids, and vice versa. Some are very good at foundation level and they cannot handle the grown-ups, right? I think it's what's going on with Graham Potter and Chelsea is very, very similar to that. Now, when Graham Potter was at Brighton, most of the guys there are raw, like undiluted footballers. They don't know any, they just know, oh, I can play ball. They don't really know how they want to play. They don't know where they play, because when he was in Brighton, you see a certain player can start at the right side of the back three, then he goes wide to the right wing back, then he goes to center of midfield. Pascal Gross, Veltman. Sometimes you see Donk play at left center back, you see him play at last man. Sometimes when they're desperate, he goes center forward. Different changes like that. Now, when you go to a club like Chelsea and you have seasoned professionals, all of that is no longer going to work, because those guys know what they want, they know how they play. I mean, most of them are bought for big money in the first place, and you don't pay big money for people that don't have their own signature and style already, right? So I think that the problem that Graham Potter has at Chelsea is implementing his style on, like, you don't teach old dogs new tricks. Now,
Yep.
the reason why I said I don't think Chelsea is in trouble is because, man, it's so easy to sack a manager and get a better manager, right? It is That's the easiest thing to do in football when your club is in crisis, because it's way easier than sacking 22 players or 25 players or 30 players or whatever. Now, if you bring a better manager into Chelsea, I don't think you can convince me that Chelsea don't have good players that can get results in games. That's why I don't think they're in trouble. They have an open checkbook. When Chodboli was financing the purchase of the club, he also got a second line. I think it was 300 million or 400 million. I can't remember the exact amount, but got a second line that was specifically for transfers. Now, what they've done for the line is that they've extended the duration of players' contracts, so they're amortizing the transfer fees. That way, they can take a lot more players over time. I won't be surprised if they go into the summer market and they spend big again, right? Despite all they've done in the summer window and this window as well. So I do not think they're in trouble on the long term. I mean, this isn't is a shit show for them, because they probably will not make. I don't see them making top four. I don't see them. I mean, if I was in the shoes, I'd rather not go to Europe at all. I'll just concentrate on the league and the domestic cups next season, because Europa is an unhealthy distraction for a club that wants to be in this formative change,
I
right?
agree. I
So
agree.
I don't I think
No, go on. Go
oh,
on.
okay. So it's good to say that. So I think that the reason why Graham Potter has lasted this long on the job, right? For me, there are two reasons. Number one is that the issue that happened between Thomas Tuchel and Todd Bowley was the issue of, oh, I want this person, I don't want this person, I want this person, I don't want this person, right? Bowley probably thinks Tuchel is too stubborn or too strong-minded to bend to his will in terms of player purchases and all of that. But Potter is fine with being a city doc. Like, oh, just give me the player. I'll see what I can do with the player. Right now, if you sack him, you probably have to get another manager in the same mode that will just take your players and not be
As is.
strong-headed and
Mhm.
say, I want this, I want that, and whatnot, right? And number two, I think it's the beginning of the project, and at the end of the day, if they sack him now, not much is going to change at the end of the season, right? Probably if there are better options at the end of the season, then they might let him go at the end of the season. But right now, you're not going to make top four. You're probably not going to win the Champions League. I think they're out of the other cups as well. So
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, so it doesn't change much on the grand scheme of things. But I'm sure once they get their shit together, it's gone.
Or you
So
think?
you're saying sorry. So you're saying that if Abramovich was there like right now today, he wouldn't have sacked Potter.
No, Abramovich has different priorities than Todd Bowley, right?
Hmm.
If Abramovich was still in the club, right, he would have had 10, 15, close to 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Being at the helm of the club, right? His priorities are different from somebody that is just taking over the club and trying to find his feet at the club, right? He probably doesn't want to create the tag that, oh, I'm a second owner or thereabouts, right? Especially since he's already done it once this same season.
Yeah.
You get, so it's just a little bit of patience here and there. Definitely, it has crossed his mind. If you've been paying attention to Graham Potter's interviews, pre-match interviews, every time he comes out, okay, last match when he sat down, he's like, "Whew, I just got out of a crisis meeting," and all of them were laughing. And he's like, "Well," and someone says, "I was it." He's like, "Well, I'm still here." That's what, yeah. So it's definitely crossed their minds, and Potter himself knows that there's a lot of pressure on him, but the environment kind of enables him to. Do you understand? It kind of
Stay
enables
there.
him to,
Hmm.
yeah, to find his feet. If it was, if he got there when they were already winning and winning and winning, too bad. And I've been gone like 10 games ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like. So we had talked about him early on a couple of episodes ago, and I think Sheo and I both agreed that he's a good coach, but he needs time at Chelsea. But then he has been given, I mean, time. He has been given players, and there still isn't a clear pattern or style of play that he's trying to implement with these players. And so I'm of the opinion that if it was Abramovich, he would have been gone by now.
So the thing is, I kind of feel like players take the piece sometimes because, especially when they know that a manager would not last long or they can feel that this guy is going to be sacked. So they will not put in their effort. I'll use United as an example. Half of the players that were playing badly like a season ago, all of a sudden are now looking like superstars because they know that this manager is not going to go next season. He's there for at least 3 seasons. So I kind of feel that kind of plays into what Chelsea is struggling with. And the same thing I said about Everton. Like it's not the manager per se. I mean, the manager at the box stops at the manager's table, but in grand scheme of things, looking at it holistically, like looking at the whole picture, I kind of feel like there's so many things going on in that club that players are like, okay, I mean, he's not going to be there in next season, so I can do as I like. That's just my opinion.
Okay, sure. Let's come to an agreement, right? So I'll ask you a few questions,
Yeah,
right? You watch Potter, you watch Brighton under Potter, right?
yeah, I did.
Good. You watch Chelsea under Potter,
Yep.
right? What are the similarities you can see?
So I can't really see similarities because
Okay, so
when I watch
for me,
Chelsea,
there's only one similarity. There's only one similarity, and the similarity is if you watch Brighton under Potter, you watch a lot of games where they drop points, where they either lose or they draw, and you're like,
how?
these
Mm-hmm.
guys should have gotten more in this match.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree
Right.
with that.
So it's like it's almost the same thing all over again. That the difference is that,
I see what you're
bro, you're
saying.
at a club where that is no longer acceptable.
I see what you're saying. It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
It makes
that's
sense.
how I feel about it. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the style is there, the system is there, but it doesn't like the type of person that he is not a I must win manager.
Mm.
Yeah, it's one of the people that Mourinho used to call poets and all of that.
Oh,
So
but
yeah.
I know for certain that you don't like Mourinho. So
Oh, I
whatever
don't
you're
like him.
quoting, I know you don't like him. I know you don't. I know you don't like him. I know. So both of you like Pep. Both of you like Pep. So Obina is a
Oh,
Neymar fan. He's a huge Neymar fan.
okay, okay, I see.
So both of you
No,
like
so
Pep.
that
Pep.
means okay. No, that means he enjoys the beautiful way, like a beautiful style of playing the game, not your rugged. It's all about getting the wins. Philosophy.
A little bit like that. That's why we've won a lot. I say I'm surprised he
No,
likes Pep. I'm
No,
listening.
no.
Talk,
no, but
talk.
the truth about winning is United have won the Carabao. I mean, there's been no trophy in 5 years. or 6 years, right? Then the one you can walk up on Sunday. Me, I've forgotten about it. I've moved on, man. I was watching today's game and I was trying to see, oh, okay, why isn't this person resting? Okay,
Exactly.
if this
Yeah.
person gets
Yeah.
injured, this person will fill in. If this person should be doing better, uh, ah, wow, we are one injury away from this combination, and that's one of the
Yep.
things I totally
Hmm.
forgotten that we won trophies, right? It is the consistency and it's putting things in place for continuity, right?
Hmm.
That works for me. If you just win that cup on Sunday, then you come back to your FA Cup game today, then you look
And
silly.
I'm
You go to Anfield on the weekend, you look silly. Then what's
yeah.
the fun in winning? I
Mm.
like continuity, so that's why system structure in football number one for me
I mean, I feel you,
because
Sha. So wait, before you move on. I think
uh,
one of the things I still do not agree with you, and I've kept this in my mind for a very long time. You made statements. You know, when we used to talk, we used to say that Pochettino has not won anything, which is fine, in my opinion, which is kind of okay. But he made some statements. I think what they two did that winning a cup is not everything. But if you are at a club where winning is paramount, like Barcelona, for example, that was the reason why they kicked out Koeman. Like there's a culture that they need to maintain, and you should see a lot of things that I need to like. Sometimes I need to control myself not to pull out my hair. Like you say, oh, you agree with it. So can you please explain to me again? Let me hear you speaking your words.
okay, that's no problem. I think it's very, very straightforward for me, right? Um, Again, if you like you said, right, there's the different environments for things, right? We've seen Ancelotti win the Premier League and the FA Cup in one season, and the next season he finished second and he was sacked,
Yep.
right? Then we've seen, say for example, Ateta finished eighth, fifth, and they kept him, right? Now, if you are at Spurs, right, I don't believe that you're expected to win. If you win, it is a bonus as far as I'm concerned as Spurs because they're better teams than you at every point in time. At least two teams are better than you at every point in time. That's minus. I'm not saying United, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, and all of that. I'm saying some seasons, some of those guys are shit. Like the way Chelsea's playing rubbish this season, right? Liverpool are just finding their feet. Last season, United were rubbish. Do you understand? At
Yeah.
every point in time, at least two of them will be good. Now, while trophies are nice to have, I don't think that if like oh god, I just remember that Pochettino actually went to PSG and he won stuff at PSG.
No, before you went
I
there,
don't.
before you went there,
No, no,
before you
I'm,
went.
I'm getting some. I don't think his time at PSG was better than his time at Spurs. You can't convince me otherwise. He won nothing at Spurs, but he won something at PSG. But I'll tell you for a fact that in terms of his managerial prowess and all of that, his Spurs tenure was far better than his PSG tenure. Why? Because you could see his imprint on the team. Like, oh, okay, when I got here, this team was Europa League team. The Champions League is on off. Maybe they got Champions League maybe twice. It made Champions League qualification consistent for them. It took them to another level up until the stage where people were looking at them as these people should be winning the Premier League, which is in the real sense of it punching above the weight. I mean, if you look at the season that we're talking about, there's the season where City had 100 points. There's the follow-up season where City had 98 points. There's the I think the outlier is the Leicester City
Yes.
season,
Yeah.
which I think that everybody messed up that season. You cannot just hold it and say you should have won it. But that means you can do the same thing to everybody and say everybody should have won it, right? I feel like I expect it's the same way I think that Potter was good at Brighton, same way I think Pochettino was good at Spurs. People say, I don't know if you guys saw this CBS studio show for Champions League. Henri, Mika Richards, and Carragher. So they're talking about winning trophies and all of that. That Kane has to win something and something. Mika Richards like um, the last time I said it on air that Harry Kane has to win something, I went to my gym
Yeah.
and after the knockabout and I was leaving, and someone told him that you're always going on Harry Kane. People will remember Kane and nobody will remember you and your one league title. Do you understand? So I understand the importance of winning, and nobody can tell me that winning doesn't feel good and winning is not important. I'm just saying that, right, when you look at certain people, you can say, oh, okay, this is what this person can add this is what this person can do, despite the fact that the person has not won yet. Do you get? So it's
Mm.
not that, oh, you're better than serial winners or whatnot. Sometimes I like, it's just like, again, when United got Ten Hag, a lot of people like, Dutch league. I was like, oh, I want to see what this guy is about, right? And we've seen a lot of postings from him. I don't want to go into that. That's talk for another day and all of that. But
Yeah.
if you're judging that, oh, okay, it was just winning in Dutch league, it was not that. What is doing at United will come as a surprise to you. So I just look beyond the surface. The surface is what have you won and what have you done, right? Sometimes I like to look at your coaching methods and see how you can handle big dressing rooms, how you can handle star players, your in-game management, your squad rotation, do selection, preferential selection, and all of that. So it goes way beyond what have you won in terms of being a manager. That's
Okay. Okay. So
the
let me
way
ask
I
a
see it.
question. So if I present to you Spurs, Pochettino, Ajax, Ten Hag, who are you picking?
Didn't
Whew,
they actually met in the
that's going
Champions
to be
League
a very
now?
tough question. That's exactly what I was going to say because
Yeah,
when they
they
went to the
actually met
Champions
in the
League,
Champions League,
Pochettino
and
actually beat
yeah,
Felag.
yeah,
And
but
Pochettino actually beat Felag and
yeah,
got to the
oh,
final.
oh yeah.
They met in
So
semi-final in
Yeah, but
yeah,
2022.
but but you know you cannot use that as a pointer
No,
because
I'm just
Pochettino
no,
beat
I'm just saying
Pep,
that it's
Almighty
a
Pep.
tough question.
yes,
Tough question in the sense that no, it's a tough question in the sense that by the time you look at the competition both of them had to face, right? I mean, in the league, Ten Hag is head and shoulders above every other person in Dutch league and whatnot, right? So you cannot really tell like the full extent of what they could do in the league. Now, if you go to the Champions League, Ajax had that one season wonder run where
Yeah,
they beat I think Juve and Madrid,
yeah,
Madrid.
right? Now,
Madrid. Yeah.
coincidentally, that
Now,
same
now, now,
season,
now, wait,
Spurs,
wait, wait,
that
hold
was
on.
the same season that Spurs beat Ajax, Spurs beat City.
City,
I cannot remember. I think it was Dortmund they played in the round of 16 or something like. I cannot remember who
Yeah,
they played in the round
yeah,
of 16
yeah.
was, but so you see how when if you look at the fixtures, right, it's not in the Premier League, Spurs will not be favourites every game the way Ajax is favourites. Now in the Champions League, it's also the luck of draw. So that question is a very, very, very tricky question because I mean, if I'm going to answer the question now, part of what Ten Hag has done at United will cloud my judgment. I'm not
Yeah, I
going to
know.
answer
I get.
based on just
Yeah.
the Ajax part. But I think that is like a very, very good question because then you see, oh, okay, what have you done? How do your team play? Do you understand? Like that. Not, okay, no, these guys won three trophies. This one was 1-0. I'm taking this one over that one. That's what I have a problem with.
And so don't you think the situation your club is will determine what manager you should bring in?
Uh, yes, to an extent, right? Okay, so my friends and I have this Twitter space that we used to do at the beginning of season. Everybody just got lazy, so nobody continues the game, right? So they're asking us expectations for Ten Hag and all of that. So I said, oh, my expectations are very, very simple. I know that automatically United is not going to be the best team in the country. So what I want to see is forward steps. Number one, I want to see a lot of people used to say that under Ole, United just get out to the field and enjoy themselves. If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. Right? Now, I want to see patterns. I want to see structure. I want to see system. I want to see us score the same type of goal repeatedly because you know that there's been the training patterns, right? I want to see the
Mm-hmm.
team play in a certain way, week in, week out, right? So that way I know that okay, the manager's imprint is in the club. Now I cannot just give you that free hand and say that go and find your feet. No, I'll also give you targets because if I don't give you targets, right, I cannot assess you. Now the number one target is next season we want to play Champions League football. So I want to see system, style, structure, and while you're figuring all of that out, deliver Champions League football. Now it's even going one better because it looks like United is going to be in Champions League next season anyway. It has even gone better and he has delivered a trophy while at it, while being in other competitions, right? So for me, it's a pass, easy pass. Do you understand? Now, if United had gone greedy at the beginning of the season when they were going to hire him and they say, oh, okay, we want to get somebody that has won things in the past, do you understand? And just go straight. That person will probably not calm down and organize the house. The person wants to win immediately. So you might not have the continuity. I mean, that person will probably hit his peak maybe after like a season. Then the next season you have issues or problems. Then the person will go. You have to bring another person and all of that, right? It's just for the sake of continuity and consistency that I always prefer system and structures. That's why I said, in as much as depending on the team you are going to, it also depends on what the team wants at that particular point in time. It's just like when Barcelona scattered their house in 2008. Right, they didn't care if Pep was going to win or not. They're like, oh, okay, we just want a fresh start. We want to play
Just
the
get
way
this in
we
my
used to
house.
play
Yeah.
before. And do you understand? And let's play the way we used to play before, and let's see what comes out of it. And it worked very, very well for them. When he left, they brought. I think there's a coach that they sacked, and they said he wasn't playing the way they want. I think Valverde. Yeah, they said he
Uh,
wasn't playing the way they wanted to play. That it was too rigid. It was too this. It was
so
too
they did
that.
have
It
two
was
coaches. There
winning.
was Valverde and Sentien.
Like
Uh,
perfecto. So you understand. So
yeah.
it's not necessarily just about where the club is. Sometimes it's what's the plan.
So Obina, you claim that you're not a Barcelona fan, but you know everything about La Liga. Well done. Oh. Anyways, I think so. So now, do you think they should sack? I think you've already answered that, but I just feel like
How about so what so no, I guess so there's another team that's going through a similar I guess a rough patch as well. Although they're starting to come out of their slump, Liverpool. What do you think is the situation at Liverpool? Why are things so dire right now?
Oh, I think that's the easiest thing to figure out in the world. I think
No, yeah,
football is
because we had
cyclical. That's all.
really quickly. So
That's all. And
we had
football is cyclical.
Samuel.
You cannot play.
Oh, no, really quickly. We had a Liverpool fan come on here, and of course, as expected, he defended his team to the best of his ability, even though that the following weekend they lost. So that was hilarious at the time. But just I guess as a refresher to the audience, like what is going on at what do you think is going on at Liverpool, and how can they come out of this slump?
Personally, I just think what happens to them is how this is the game, law of diminishing returns,
yeah.
right? When you go too high, you come down just a little bit, right? It's you peak, you dip, you peak, you dip. Football is cyclical, right? You cannot win consistently over a period of time. Last season they played four. They won the FA Cup, they won the Carabao Cup, they played in the Champions League final, and they were in the Premier League race up until the last day, right? They could have very little rotation, right? Same players run at, and you know that club teams you run, you move. So they're playing week in, week out, week in, week out. They barely got any rest because season ended late. They started early as well. Then players like dropping, players like getting injured. Mane
And there was the
left.
World Cup as well.
Yeah, Mane left. Jota got injured. Diaz got injured. Firmino got injured. Van Dijk got injured. People are starting to come back here and there, but I don't think it's a. I mean, on their day, because I know in their next 5 games, in fact, the next 5 games they're going to play United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Bournemouth. The next 5 games. Now you know that if Liverpool stand up and be counted, right? Out of the 5 games, that's 15 points. They can easily do 10, 11 points, right? What will give you doubt about the number of points they'll pick up is their current form.
Yep.
Right, and the current form in the sense that they've not been doing so well of late. No, they won today, by the way, they won 2-0 today.
Yeah, they did.
Van
Yeah.
Dijk and Salah. So I feel like the next game is Anfield United. After that, then I think it's Bournemouth, then City, Chelsea, Arsenal in that order. Now, for a team that's getting out of the rut, and people have started, I think Nunez has gotten 2, 3 goals in the last 3 games. He had one disallowed today.
Yeah.
I
So
think
it's
Salah scored 2 or 3 goals in maybe like 4 games. I think Dapo has scored two in three, or something like that. So slowly, slowly, these guys are starting to like find their feet. So I don't think it's a big deal. I just think it's cyclical. It's in out. Like, you cannot be good all the time. There's nothing you can do about it.
so
Like
if
even the teams that win the league, they'll always have periods where, like, I mean, there's a period this season Arsenal did not win in 4 games or 5 games in all competitions, despite how well they're doing or whatnot. So football is cyclical. It's I think it would be an overreaction to say, oh, we want to change the manager or we have to shake up the club or whatnot. It will have to persist for a bit longer than this for me to actually be concerned about it.
So you're saying there's no cause for alarm. They
There's
can.
no cause for alarm. They can easily make top four.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. That's why, like, some of the games they're winning, I want them to lose, especially for example
Yeah.
the one that they had today, because they're sixth now. Do you know how
Yeah,
crazy
they
that
can
is?
easily. So it's just Spurs and Newcastle, and Spurs and Newcastle are not teams that anybody can trust, right, to keep them out of top four. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's easy money. If the Premier League starts today, I think there are 13 games left. Right. If the Premier League starts today, I'm 100% sure Liverpool is going to pick up more points than those two teams till the end of the season
Right, I agree.
because two of them are foolish teams.
Yeah, and they still have a game in
So
hand.
that's why
So
I'm not. That's why I'm not bothered about them. I say it's Chelsea. Is the Chelsea situation that it's a bit more there, and that one there are a lot of circumstances around it. But this Liverpool, I just think it's football. It's regular football. It happens.
Mm.
okay. Uh,
So
okay, yeah, go on, show.
let's go to the main flavor of today. Fifth Pro. Honestly, this is my opinion about Fifth Pro. I don't understand what Fifth Pro is about. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. I don't know what the idea is because it's giving me. I don't know if any of you watched the NBA All Star game.
No.
This last one, it was so bad, so horrible.
Well,
I'm
well,
just
Niger
happy.
boys performed now. Now Niger folks performed, so I see that. Give
Please,
them
it
their
was so
flowers.
bad that everybody knew that. Everybody else agreed that it was waste of time for everybody. Like it was just
What
waste
was
of
bad
time.
about it? What was so bad about it?
The
Because I didn't
NBA
watch it.
All Star games or the All
Yeah,
Star game, it was
yeah.
just there was no defense. Everybody was just playing so relaxed. Like even you've seen better pickup games than that. But yeah. So Obina, do you want to talk about the lineup?
The FIFPRO.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, so I don't think when they set these teams up, they set them up with the intention of them playing against other people, right? It's just people they feel in certain positions like have been outstanding all year round. So I guess sort of the best with the goalkeeper Courtois. I don't think that there's any goalkeeper that would have like come up before him.
Oh no, wait, before you make comments, just run through the
Okay.
lineup. Yeah.
Well, okay. So Courtois is the goalkeeper. Uh, Center. So the formation, I guess I should say, is 3-3-4. So Courtois, Courtois was the goalkeeper. Cancelo was the left back. Van Dijk was center back, and then Ashraf Hakimi was, I guess, right back. If you were to do it with traditional positions. Then Casemiro was the DM. Modric and KDB make up the midfield. And then in the attack, you have Messi on the right, Benzema and Haaland in the middle, and Mbappe on the left. So, my point is, I mean, in each of these positions, though, I don't see any player. Okay, except Van Dijk, I don't see any player that would have taken up like that would have replaced any of these players there. There's
Cancelo,
been, huh?
Cancelo.
Before the World Cup, though, I mean, Cancelo was a sure starter at City, right? And last season he was very very instrumental in their title push. So we can't. Who would you have put there, Luke Shaw?
Um,
Who like? I, I mean, besi- the fact that City let Cancelo go, like that was a surprise to everyone because there was a period where even before KDB starting at City was assured, and then after KDB it was Cancelo on that City starting 11. So like I mean I don't know which other problem what problem do you have with this team?
so see, honestly, I'm going to start with the formation. The formation, I don't understand what they are doing. Me personally, I kind of feel it's more of
It's a popularity
popularity contest.
contest. That's
Yeah, popularity
essentially what it
contest.
is. Yeah.
Popularity contest because
It's
why are you
actually going
using?
to chip in.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
actually
no,
going
no,
to
you
chip
start.
in.
You
I
start.
think.
You know what? Take over. Because if I'm going to say so many things that people are going to text me
Oh
or
no,
going
no. Okay,
to
so
tweet
so
about.
so so like with most things in life, right? Me, I like to ask questions, right? If you're doing something and I'm lost, I'm confused. I said, oh, why? Why'd you do this way? Also, because when I understand where you're coming from, then it's easier for me to resonate with you, right? Now, I looked at FIFPRO teams going way back to maybe '05, '06. You see teams that have maybe Maldini, Terry, Ramos, PK back four. Then you just assume in your head that okay, Ramos is probably the right back, Maldini is the left back, then Terry and PK are the center backs, right?
Yep.
Now you can go further. You now see another year that it is Puyol, PK, Pepe, and Ramos. Then it doesn't make any sense again, right? In terms of position. Now, because of that, I've actually looked at the voting patterns and all of that because apparently it's pro footballers that vote.
Yes. Now they call
Apparently,
it fifth
what they
pro now.
do, good. Apparently, what they do is people vote in bucket positions. So they just
Yeah.
vote for defenders, they vote
Yeah.
for midfielders, and they vote for forwards. Now, the organizers now pick the people with the most votes, regardless of specialization in the sense that they don't pick the best right back or they pick the best left back. They pick the best four defenders. Do you understand? So even if it does not make sense on paper, they'll do it like that.
That's
It is
go on, go ahead.
that's where the problem is because in the Premier League, when they're picking their PFA team of the season or whatnot, they pick according to positions.
Positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So Fifth Pro
you
just
are
pick.
trying to sorry to cut it short. You are trying to say advertise the sport.
Yeah.
Imagine you trying to explain, oh, these are the best 11 in the world that have played in the last 1 year, and you're trying to explain why you have four strikers who like
You
you don't
get
even
so
understand.
exactly. So basically, that's what it is. That's what it is. And now immediately I just like I was trying to read from the FIFA website and all of that because it wasn't even FIFPro that took me there. It was an argument about FIFA ranking coefficients and all of that. That it didn't make sense that one country will be ahead and they'll beat the country will still be. Do you understand? So I was
Yeah,
trying to okay, how does this thing work? That's when I even saw the FIFPro. So I'm like, oh okay, since it's bucket positions, then anything you people like, to just put four defenders and put four of them like that. Pick your midfielders and put them like that. So the team no longer upsets me. I think last year too was four forwards, three defenders, and three midfielders last year.
yeah,
So
that one
yeah,
was confusing.
so it doesn't upset personally. It doesn't upset me anymore because I know that oh okay, this is how they do their thing. So they should enjoy themselves.
And this what you just said is exactly the reason why I was not even really interested in the fifth pro this year, because I knew it was going to
No,
be
so
very controversial.
it's a big deal for footballers in the sense that it's a different thing for a committee to just pick you up and say, oh, you've been the best player in the world. It's a different thing for journalists to say, oh, this person is the best player in the world. Now, when your fellow professionals pick you as the best,
Yeah,
right? A lot of footballers see that as part of the greatest
special.
achievements
It is.
in,
It
in,
is.
in football careers, right?
It is.
So, I mean, some of them keep on coming year in, year out, and you see the smile on their faces the next year, like, wow, these people still rate me
Van
and
Dyke,
all of
Van
that.
Dyke, Van Dyke, Van
Yeah,
Dyke.
so I mean, there's a time where I think Iniesta made that team 8 years in a row or something like that, and people kept on saying, "What's he looking for here?" And all of that. So yeah, it happens. Once your players beat you, you make the team.
So
Yeah. So
can we say that's the same way for Messi?
That what?
That's the
okay.
same way for
So
Messi.
about the FIFA the best, right? My ideology is very simple. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword,
Yep.
right? Now we've seen seasons where full calendar year, Messi was undoubtedly the best player in the world. And when he gets to these awards, they say, oh, this person won more, or this person won this, or this person won that. And Messi will not win the award, right? Case in point, I think it was 20, was it 14?
Was it
I think it
Ronaldo?
was 14. Yeah, well, I think there's the Ronaldo year in 2014. I mean, even applies to both Ronaldo and Messi in the sense that in 2013, Ronaldo was undoubtedly the best player in the world, and everybody says, "Oh, they cheated Ronaldo and gave it to they
Messi.
cheated Ribery rather
Yeah, yeah,
and gave
yeah,
it
yeah.
to Ronaldo." But Ronaldo was the best player in the world. Ribery just won a couple of things. I mean, he had a fantastic season, but everybody has everybody has that mindset that regardless of what you do over the calendar year, it's the definitive games and the definitive moments, right, that will determine the person that will be the best footballer in the world. It's the same way in 2018. Messi finished fifth, and he had a stellar season that year.
Wait, what happened that year? I'm trying to remember what happened. Well,
France won the
United
World
won.
Cup. France won the World Cup. Madrid won the Champions League. Um,
Who won La Liga? Madrid won La Liga too. Oh, I think
no,
Madrid.
Madrid didn't win La Liga. Barcelona won La Liga
So La Liga. Huh.
in
Interesting.
18. 18 was the year that Madrid beat Liverpool in the final. The
Valencia.
one that Karius and
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
Karius dropped ball and all of that. Madrid won the
Yeah.
league. No, why did Barcelona win double? I mean, Madrid rather.
Barcelona fan, answer us now.
Wait. What is what
2018, who won La Liga?
2018?
17, 18. I think it was Barcelona.
Uh, 18. Who won League in 18? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But keep going. We can fact check. Thank God for the internet. We can fact check real time. So, but keep going. And I'll keep making your point. And
So,
I'll.
so, so anyway, the point I was trying to make is that, um, the point I was trying to make is that, so we've seen it happen a lot of times because I saw Messi,
Yeah, that was Val. Sorry to cut you. That was Valverde's. Yeah, Barcelona 18. Barca won it, and they
so the
also
one
won
exactly,
Copa del Rey. Yeah, Copa del Rey. Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah.
Messi finished fifth that year, and everybody's
Yep.
defense of it was, um, France won the World Cup, Madrid won the Champions League. I think individual numbers and all of that, Messi was heads and shoulders ahead of the rest and all of that. But I can see people complain and saying Benzema did this, Benzema did that, and all of that. But that's the stick they used to beat Messi that year. I mean, it's only fair that he should benefit from it this time around. So that's why, on my part, I have zero complaints. It's the stick that they've used to beat players consistently over time. That, oh, okay. I mean, I think in 05, 06, I do not think Kai Navarro was the best footballer in the world. It did not
Yeah.
make any sense to me
Yep.
at that time,
Yep. Yep.
right? So I'm not like I have zero complaints about it. Is oh okay, this is how it has been from time. So they just continued in their usual tradition. So
So
it's
what me have
simple.
to
It's
say
very very
is
simple.
what I have to say is I get where you're coming from, and I would say Messi has been at the both ends of the stick because sometimes will probably have a spectacular year, and
There's
he'll
always
be
a
someone else.
spectacular year, bar his
Relax,
first season. I'm
relax,
just
relax.
no. I think no. If we're keeping in the book, if
Oh
we're keeping it
God.
in the book, no. I'm being for real. If we're keeping it in the book, like the problem is that he's suffering as a result of his own greatness. Like the seasons where you say he has. I'm being serious.
No problem, no problem. No,
No, it's
let me
fact.
just
It's
let's move on.
actually fact.
Yeah.
I beg, please,
You
let's move
have
on. Because
Yeah.
if we enter this topic, we won't leave here today. Anyways,
no
so
no. It's fine. It's fine. I
wait
just I
now.
just think that
You can. I'll give it to you people. But anyways, so I feel sometimes like he will win it, and someone else probably had those moments in the World Cup or Champions League, and person will not win it. I'm not. I would say I'm no more really invested in to these awards anymore
but bro,
because
I don't think Messi has ever benefited from
Yeah,
that
that's the thing.
system.
Like, yeah,
are
Right,
you
like
even
I don't
sure?
because
think he has
let's
been
look back.
penalized.
Yeah, hold on. We'll track back. Don't worry. So let's look at it from '06. Messi was a kid then. Nothing '06 Cannavaro won. In 2010, that's the controversial one. I'll come back to 2010.
Yeah,
Just hold on.
Schneider.
In 2014, Messi got all the way to the final and he won the Golden Ball. I think it was second highest goal scorer, third highest goal scorer, something like that. Imagine won Champions League. They gave Ronaldo. Neat, right? In 2018, Messi finished fifth. He won the league, he won Copa del
Copa
Rey,
del Rey.
finished it. Now,
Yeah.
But
mind you, in
was it the
2014
best?
and 2018, I think he had the best numbers.
Yep. Assist,
Messi always
assist
plays
and goal
well.
across Europe. Yep.
He always plays well. We don't need to talk about whether he plays well or not. He always plays well. Now, in 2010, everybody's quote unquote candidate was Wesley Snyder and says Snyder should have won the best for. To me, personally,
That was banter. That was banter. That was more
because
like
personally, I think that opinion is madness in the sense that Snyder played for it, right? He did not win the best player in his club. He did not win the
Yep.
best player in his country,
in the
country as
league.
in Italy,
Yeah.
right? He did not win the best player in the Champions League. He did not win the best player in the World Cup.
He didn't
He did
win
not
the
win the
World
best player
Cup.
in anywhere. In fact, his teammates won most of these awards.
Yeah.
Milito was Inter Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
was Syria Player of the Year, was Champions League Player of the Year, right? And that's not the person that we're saying should have won this or won that. And everybody says Snyder should have. Messi was undoubtedly the best player in the world that year. I mean, granted, his World Cup was, I think that's the only World Cup he has played and didn't score, right? So,
I guess it's more.
so everybody just picks, probably because of Blatta's comments about him that, oh, we like him, we do this and we do that. So everybody just feels that being a bit. Most of these awards are very, very defendable. To me, the Ballon d'Or, I've seen two Ballon d'Ors in my life that I cannot understand. Modric in 2018, Cannavaro in 2006.
Yeah,
I cannot understand both of them.
that Cannavaro one,
I
that
can
was the
see.
dance one. That was the dance one there and there. Like, yeah, that was the dance Ballon d'Or then.
I cannot understand it, but that's how awards are. And again, most of these things is journalists and it's people. So a lot of them have their favorites. A
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
it's all
them
it's all
have,
subjective. That's the thing.
yeah, a lot of them
Like I
have
mean,
a lot
you
of
have
people
people
see
like
football
Shehu here trying
through
to argue
different
against
lenses.
Messi. So like, what do you say when you have people like Shehu here trying to, disagree with the
Okay, matter
obvious?
of fact, matter of fact, I even have a friend that says this is how it says it. It says if FIFA do an event or they give an award and people don't argue after, then FIFA did not do anything. If they
That's
bring out team of the year, they bring out PFA team of the year, and everybody does not fight, that people must argue about it. Everybody must have different opinions because people view football through different lenses. So it's perfectly normal for someone to say, "Oh, this is this, this is that." I mean, there's some years I feel that, oh, okay, Messi should have won this year, so or there's some years that I feel like, okay, this other person should have won. But then again, I just look at, oh, okay, the person that won, what did the person do? Like, oh, okay, this person did very well. So it's understandable. It's just those 2 years that I'm like, from where to where, and all of that. So I mean, I actually slept throughout because I had a very long day on Monday, right? So I slept throughout. I just woke up, I think at 3 o'clock, and I saw that, oh, they gave Messi this, they gave these people this, they gave these people this. I'm like, all the best to all of them, and I slept back. So I don't hold all those awards to heart again. It's the same way. Maybe in a month's time, they'll probably bring up PFA Team of the Year, and people are going to fight again because they'll say, "Oh, this person should have been there. This person should have been there. This person should have been there. This person should have been there." Personally, I'm looking forward to seeing how PFA is going to fit Saka, Kane, Haaland, and Rashford into that team.
So my question, I mean, really quickly, to round up the episode, I just want to hear your quick PFA team of the year that will hold you to account
Oh,
this year.
okay. So I don't have a problem share, right?
Yeah.
So position wise, I think Pope in goal for me. Trippier right back, Shaw at left back. A centre back. I'm not sure what I'll take, but I'll take one of the Arsenal centre backs and one of the Newcastle centre backs.
Hmm.
I think two of them have had steady defenses over the course of the season.
Hmm.
In midfield, oh, okay, so I'll go 4-4-2. Right, I called four players earlier. That's Haaland and Kane. So I have two slots left. Okay, so these two slots, I have to think properly. But I'll probably give one. Let's see. Um, I give one to Casemiro,
Thank you
Hmm.
very
right?
much. Bless
Hmm.
you.
And I give
Bless
the
you.
other one to um. Ah, this is tricky. So I'm looking at two people, right?
Yeah. Odegaard
Um,
has to be there, but
I'm
go on.
I'm looking at Rodri and Odegaard. Those
Okay.
are two people
Wait,
I'm
wait,
looking
wait, hold
at,
on,
right?
hold on.
And
Interesting. Rodri and not Partey, but go on.
oh, okay, so I'll explain why,
Hmm.
right? And um, I I I feel that, right? Um, I have to pick like between player A and player B and all of that, right? I
Hmm.
mean, I cannot deny that Arsenal with Partey and Arsenal without Partey are two different teams
Right.
entirely, right? Good. So I know the importance it brings to United, but it's the same way I know what Casemiro brings to United. If Casemiro doesn't play, Casemiro had to come off the bench halftime today against West Ham at
Mm.
Old Trafford. That's how bad it is,
Yep.
right? So that's why I picked him first. Now I'm also looking at if I pick Casemiro, am I going to do a Casemiro party midfield? Am I going to do a Casemiro and Rodri midfield? If I'm putting a team on paper, I probably have to put someone that is a lot more attacking minded. And Odegaard is the
Yep.
first person that comes to mind. So that's
Mm.
why I say, oh, okay, while I pick Casemiro, I was thinking Rodri, Rodri, Odegaard. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I can't place it.
Uh,
But that's what the team will look like. Off the top of my head, at
Bruno
this very point
Guimaraes.
in time.
Bruno
No,
Guimaraes.
not that. Uh,
there is a
nah,
question I
not
have for
Bruno.
you though. So I mean, I know the Newcastle boys have been good, but
Yeah.
I'm surprised no Lisandro Martinez.
Okay, so the reason for no Lisandro Martinez is very, very simple, right? I picked the teams with the best two defenses in the league,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Now it's not just a matter of clean sheets or I rate organization a lot.
Right.
So if you're going to play Arsenal, right, today, you are 100% sure that you're going to concede very like minimal amount of chances.
That's right.
Now with United, even how Martinez is involved a little bit too much, and De Gea is involved a little bit too much, right? When you compare to Pope
Mm.
and Ramsdale and the Arsenal and Newcastle centre backs, those guys have their defense like it's
Unlocked
Their
figured
down.
setup
out.
is yeah.
Their setup is
Mm.
figured out, right? So
Mm.
Martinez stands out the way he stands out because he has to do a bit
A
too
lot of
much.
work. I feel you.
Yes, do you understand? So that's how like okay, this one you're slaving yourself. Don't worry, God slave yourself. Let's pick the people that they've gotten to where they're going to. Do
Okay,
you
so
understand?
so let's quickly go over your team again. So you said Nick Pope,
Nick
Trippier.
Pope, Trippier,
I'll
probably
put
Botman and Gabriel.
yeah. Okay, Botman. Yeah, Sven, Gabriel. Okay, and
Botman,
then
Gabriel,
Luke
Luke
Shaw.
Shaw,
Okay,
Casemiro.
Casemiro.
Let's stick with Odegaard. So it
Oh, it has to
looks
be.
like
It has to be.
top
It
five.
has to be. It
So
has to be.
Casemiro, Odegaard, then Saka, Rashford, Harry Kane, and Haaland.
Haaland.
Haaland. Okay,
Okay,
that's
Yeah.
a
that's okay.
that's a solid team.
That gives a balance. It's balanced because
It's a solid
the
team.
right players can always come in, so it's fine.
So I didn't
It's
do it
okay.
like FIFPRO. I picked just for center.
You see?
Like FIFPRO, you want to
Like
I
put
said I
that
didn't do
no,
it
no,
like
no, no. I mean,
FIFPRO.
no,
I
no.
picked four
But
center
this team,
backs.
no. But this team. I mean, this is a balanced-ish team.
because Saka plays wide,
Yeah,
Rashford plays wide, so it's
yeah. They
okay.
can give you those covers. Yeah,
How
yeah.
about West Ghost now? West Ghost, you didn't pick West Ghost.
Yeah, number 10.
Yeah. Funny enough, I like that guy. I like that guy, man. I don't know why people
He's
don't like him. I
hardworking.
like that
He's
guy. I like
hardworking.
him a
He's,
lot. It's
he's,
not even just
he's,
about hard working.
I like him
It's
a
not just
lot.
about hard working. So I like him for personal reasons, right? That's the same reason why I like Fred. You know, when people step onto the pitch, you can guarantee that, oh, okay, anything that this person does not do on the field is because the person cannot do it. It's your best I'm going to see there, whether it's good or bad. It's your best I'm going to see on the field. I don't have a problem with this type of players. Just go and do what you know how to do. Just enjoy yourself. It's a different thing where I know that a player can do something
do more.
and it's not doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I
That's how
have
I
a
feel
problem
too.
with that player.
That's
Yeah,
how I
so
feel too.
Fred, Vegas, McTominay,
McTominay,
just go, and do what
McTominay,
you want to do.
Elanga.
Now, if I see Bruno do rubbish, I just look at Bruno like this one's sick. Or Sancho, even Rashford last season.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. So I know this person can do this. I know this person can do that. So for Vegas, I was like, oh, okay. If he was that good, it won't be a Burnley going on loan to Besiktas and all of that. Now, it's a stopgap. It's a 6 month loan deal. It's come to United. It was in dreamland on Sunday when everybody was carrying cup up and down and all of
You guys
that.
have to say, "Oh, more. This is my life."
So yeah, I have zero problems. In fact, there's no that guy started every game since I got into United. There's no reason
Yep.
why I should have played this much. It's because people are injured or people are unavailable and they have to rotate, they have to mix and match and all of that. So I have zero problems with him. In fact, I saved United in his own way because if he didn't come to United, certain people will not be able to rest. Certain people must play every
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very, very appreciative for his contribution to the team.
All right, no, thank you so much, Dotun. It's been a lovely discussion. I've certainly enjoyed hearing your, thoughts and inputs on different aspects of the game. Um, so I guess the last bit of discussion for this episode will be predictions for the upcoming games. Sheon, you've been wrong a couple of times, but I haven't really been policing that. But there are a couple of big games this weekend. So let's just jump right into it. City Newcastle this weekend. That's the first match at the Etihad. What are your thoughts or predictions? Or quickly,
Easy
winner
win. Easy win for City.
is even for City. Sheon,
Easy win for City as usual.
is even for City. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I see that City win. Arsenal Bournemouth.
Aston Bournemouth.
Wait, it's at Emirates again.
Yes, at the Emirates. Yeah.
God, you can be looking at double figures.
That's funny. That's actually
The, the,
funny.
the, Arsenal's going to beat them.
Mm,
I mean, if you're waiting for Arsenal to slip up, it's not that day. Maybe the next
yeah.
one or the next one. It's not Bournemouth and Emirates.
Okay, so
The game will probably
okay,
be over in 30 minutes.
okay. Arsenal again. Uh, Villa Palace. At
Whoo!
this is at Villa's home. What's that their stadium called? Yeah, Villa's home.
Oh, Villa Park. Yeah,
Villa
okay,
Park. Yeah.
so uh, this is a tricky game. It's tricky in the sense that, okay, I think Villa will win. Um, I think Villa will win. I
Ollie
think Villa will
Watkins
win.
is scoring goals now.
Yeah,
So
okay, so Palace's goals have dried up,
yep.
right? So and goals will win you games. And I'm also looking at it from the angle that Vieira likes to play. He wants his team to play. And if you play against Vieira, you always leave spaces in behind for them when they are Bailey, Watkins,
Watkins.
and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think Villa will win. It'll be narrow 1-0 to 1 ish, but I think Villa will win.
Chill.
I think Villa will win too. Because Crystal Palace right now, I don't know what they're playing. Yeah, I think Villa will win.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow, I think all three of us are agreeing. Yeah, that's a Villa win. I think Unai Emery will set up his team much better, especially because they are at home. Ollie Watkins, I think he has scored like 5 or 6 in 6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then Brighton West Ham. This is Brighton's from Amex. So um, thoughts, guys. I think this would be a
I think
Brighton win.
Brighton's playing better. I think
Yeah,
Brighton's playing better than West Ham at the moment. But I think
yeah.
West Ham are due
A
a
win.
big win
Another win.
away.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think they do one big win away from home. I heard to like 78, 79 today, and they won over the weekend. I think 4-0 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those games that can swing. Anyway, I mean, if the game goes according to balance, Brighton will beat them. But it has upset written all over it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's too tight to
Me,
call.
No, you guys
I'll
have
go
you
for
have
a
to
draw.
you don't be diplomatic. State
I
No,
mean,
no,
your
I'll go
I'm
for a
not.
draw.
I'm picking
I'll go
Brighton.
for a draw.
I'm
I'll
picking
go for a
Brighton.
draw.
okay.
I'm
I'm
picking
Brighton.
Brighton.
That's a Brighton from you. Chelsea leads.
Chelsea,
Oh,
Chelsea,
Chelsea's winning. Oh,
Chelsea,
Chelsea's winning.
Chelsea. They are winning this one. They are
For me,
winning
I'll
this
go
one.
with a draw 0-0. That's
So
how much I don't rate.
Leeds are a very bad team and they're
Yeah,
so disorganized defensively, right? If Chelsea
and
cannot beat Leeds, they cannot beat anybody in the league
I
again.
don't see where they'll get their goals from Leeds. So yeah.
Okay, so you know how bad Leeds are defensively, right? Is so let me just tell you that Rashford scored Leeds two headers in 4 days.
Yeah, no,
Rashford does not have 10 headers in his career. Rashford scored two
And it's got
headers
two.
in 4 days.
That's
That's how bad they
crazy.
are defensively.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
They're not looking. I mean, yeah, they're depending too much on that non-joke kid. So
It,
yeah,
it's it's. I'm not
yeah.
even talking about what they can do going forward and all of that, right? I know they have
But
a couple of exciting players, Somerville, Noto,
yeah,
Rodrigo on his day can pull off something. There's
yeah,
the Aronson guy, there's Harrison. They're good players up front, but defensively they are a mess.
Just all over the
So I
place.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, you know the worst part. You don't know who's good. You don't know who's not good. It's just all over the place, right? And I like to assume that good teams should be able to beat teams that are all over the place.
Yeah.
Just I don't see it picking up any points from that game.
Yeah, I say it's Russia, but that's just because I don't rate Chelsea. Um,
Fair
Wolves,
enough.
Tottenham. This
Ooh.
is Wolves.
Okay, Spurs are winning,
Same. Spurs are winning this one.
regardless of where they play. Spurs will win this.
Yep. Yep.
So they lost today. Um,
Yeah, they're done for
and
the season.
I think this will be just like when you have Hurricane on your team. Yeah, and is Conte back? Because if he's back, then no, they won't win. But actually, I'll go with the Wolves win. I don't read Spurs either, so yeah, I'll go with the Wolves win.
Yeah. Same. No, no, no.
And
Sorry,
then
sorry. I said Tottenham. Tottenham's going to win this one.
oh, okay, and
Yeah.
then all right, really quickly, Southampton, Leicester.
Leicester City win.
I see Leicester as well. I see Leicester as well. Um,
Dotun, what do you think?
Okay, so I know Leicester is a better team. I'm looking at Southampton's last. They're probably at home. They need something desperately from this game. So I don't think they'll just leave flat like that. Plus, they have a new interim manager or whatnot. So, and they lost. They lost today too. They lost in the cup as well. They lost to a League Two side.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, I'm going for a draw in this one too.
the only reason I give Leicester is because actually Iheanacho has been playing well, and I
Oh
think
no,
Man
they're
City.
playing very well. Not just
Yeah,
Iheanacho,
yeah.
Barnes is playing very well.
Barnes, yeah,
Tete
yeah.
is playing
So
very well
yeah,
as well. And they
Free
look like
Hall,
they've
yeah,
gotten their back four in starting back four now. They have this new left back, Christensen. They
yeah,
just signed Castagna right back, Sotia and Woodfast as centre back. So they look a lot more organized than the beginning of the season when Amate had to play centre back, then the
yeah.
right footer had to play left back and all of that. So they look a lot more organized. Now just it's one of those games where determination and hard work and all of that, plus your crowd can just drag you over the finish line. So it's not like Leicester have that much quality. It's just like Leicester is in good form.
Mm. And then Nottingham Forest, Everton. Really quickly.
Nottingham
Ooh,
Forest.
ooh, yeah, Nottingham Forest. Everton
Nottingham
is a bad
Forest.
team.
Everton, they are rubbish. They are trash.
They're a bad team.
And then
Nottingham Forest.
the game of the weekend, Liverpool. Actually, okay, I say draw in that one, 0-0, 1-1. But Liverpool United at Anfield. Quickly.
I say United win, but high scoring game.
Hmm. Dotun.
Hmm. Okay, so um um I feel like Anfield is one of the hardest places for United to go to the Premier League, right? And the only manager that had super luck at Anfield, and it's not just luck in the sense that he got results there. We actually played very well at Anfield. Was Van Gaal.
Yep.
Right,
LVG. Yeah.
Van Gaal was at United for
He's the only
two
one.
years and he won his 2 games. I don't
Yeah.
think Ole never won there. Um, Ole never won there. Um, Ragnick lost 4-0, 5-0. I can't remember the scoreline. Ose lost all. I think Ose drew one
Drew. Yeah,
and
he drew
lost
one
the
and
yeah
lost.
drew one and
Yeah.
lost the rest. Even
Yeah.
Fergie too lost plenty times there and all of that. Right, I think United is in good form. I think United can snatch something from this game, but I'll go for a draw in this one too. I'll go for a draw in this one. I think it'll be a score draw, maybe 2-2 or 1-1.
I give it to Liverpool. I think Liverpool they found their form, and this will be their come out game. They'll beat United 3-0 at
Bomb the
Anfield.
age. Bomb the age.
Oh no, no, it's very possible. I just feel that the
I
best thing for United to play is the team that comes out to attack United.
Exactly.
Bruno over the top to Rashford never
You
fails.
don't know how fails. Never ever fails.
that's good and fine, but this is Liverpool's win. Anyway, we
That's why I feel that there's something there. It feels like type of game that United will probably go in front, then have to hang on the Liverpool equalize or something like that. But football is crazy, man. That match can be 3-0 in 20 minutes. Do you understand? And that's the beauty of football. Because if we knew what would happen, we would not watch. You
that's
get
true. That's
so
true.
yeah, it has the vibe of a good match. I think that's the last match of the weekend, right?
Yeah,
No, no,
yes.
no, no. It's Brentford.
Oh
For
yeah, actually there is a game on Monday. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh, okay, so it's the last for the weekend.
For the
yeah,
Then
weekend.
for
there's
the
one
weekend.
on
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Monday.
Brentford
Yeah,
Fulham. Yeah,
okay.
actually, I forgot about that. Real quick. Brentford Fulham.
I'm picking
Brentford,
Fulham.
Fulham, Brentford will beat them.
I'll go Fulham actually.
I'm picking Fulham.
Yeah,
Fulham.
I'm going Brentford.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. There's our show for the week. Thank you once again, Dotun, for joining in. Sharon, once again,
Pleasure.
congrats.
Yeah, thank you, Dotun. For those that don't
No
know, Dotun is currently in Nigeria, and we had to keep him awake to join us on this episode. So, thank you very
problem.
much, and we hope to bring you back very
Yeah.
soon.
Anytime you guys are ready.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. As usual, thank you for your prayers that's keeping United up. I appreciate all of you. I dedicate our cup, Carabao Cup, to all the love you guys have sent to us. Thank you very much.
Anyhow, until next time now.
Yeah. Bye.